morning and thank you for clicking on this video. I'm Karlene and welcome to my channel. Come along with me today as I visit a local antique store as well as some secondhand stores to find some home decor for the upcoming season and hopefully some organisational items as well. It was off to a slow start as I got into town, the baby fell asleep, so I sat in the car park and created a shopping list on my phone to help keep me focused on what I was searching for today. Stick around to the end and I'll show you what I came home with, and I'll share with you some ideas and projects that I have got planned for the future that I'll be sharing on this channel. If you're starting to think about decorating your home for Easter or for Valentine's Day, it looks like they're starting to put their stock out now for those sort of seasons coming ahead. So pop into your local thrift store and see what you can find. I love how these pre-loved items have so much character and tell a story, something that you don't necessarily always find when you buy something brand new off the shelf, which is why I love going thrift shopping or op shopping and visiting the secondhand stores. Comment below if you own some of these little golden books. I remember when I was a little girl, there would be like a tall stand of these next to the register and it would spin round and around, and if I was a good little girl, my mum would promise me a treat, but instead of choosing chocolate, I would always want to get a new book to read because I loved reading books growing up, and I'm so happy that my children have inherited that passion for reading. If you are new here, I have 3 boys. I have a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old and a 1-year-old. And if you are returning, thank you so much for choosing to watch this video and hang out with me on YouTube. Since I missed my morning coffee due to the sleeping baby, I beelined it for the cafe inside Kitten Vintage. I ordered some Devonshire tea, so I got some scones and a French Earl Grey, and I headed down to the sunken library sort of lounge section, flicked through an Australian Women's Weekly from the 1970s and checked out their ads and fashion and articles they had written then while baby was happy, and then we had a look through the store. I always recommend that if you come to North Queensland here to visit this little beautiful store. It's got such an eclectic collection of items, anything that you can think of. It's got all of these beautiful rooms that are curated with different eras and sort of themes, and you could get lost in here for hours and hours. I really enjoy spending some time in here and getting inspiration for how I can also add some of that character to my own home. So this is everything that I brought home, minus one thing that I forgot and went down to the car and got later, which you'll see at the end. And I was really happy with what I got. If you saw my checklist at the beginning, you would have seen that I had a few items on there and I ticked those off. I was really excited to find this book. It was 50 cents, but what I loved about it was just how vintage it looked, and you know that when it's that old that it smells good. Like if you know, right? Like you know it's a true like vintage kind of book. I couldn't see the year that it was published, but you can just see by the type of illustrations that it is and the depth of the colour. I just loved how vibrant it was. It reminded me of the type of book that I would have found at my grandmother's house when I used to visit my dad's bedroom when he was growing up. He had like a wall of books, and this is like the style of book that I would have found there. I could see that it was printed in Italy, so I don't know how old it is or where exactly it came from, but I'm so glad that we got to get it. And for 50 cents, I'm looking forward to reading this to my boys at night. Smokey and Scampy, how sweet. So that was the first thing that I brought home. I found this vase of flowers. I think it was maybe $4 or so, and I'm looking forward to decorating with this coming into the cooler season. So in autumn, I just love the sort of muted tones and the earthy sort of colors. I thought that would look really nice styled in the kitchen. I found this little, it's like a square tablecloth. It was $3 that I'm thinking I'll put in the center of the table for Valentine's Day. I thought it was funny the tag said as is, like I thought that was pretty obvious that I had to put that on there. And I got this basket as well. So I did have organizational baskets on there. So I found one which I was stoked. This was $3. And I was even thinking I could, you know, decorate, you know, put that vase in the basket, maybe put that above my range hood. If you've seen that nook there, I emptied out after trying to declutter my recipe books. I got this board for, I think it was $4 from Vinnie's. Yep, $4, and I thought that would be something nice that I could layer with in the kitchen. I wanted some more natural elements. I like to mix in the old and the new, and I thought that would be a nice simple way to do that. I loved these glasses. These ones were from the liver op shop, is that what they call it? Kidney op shop? Liver, oh my god. They don't sell offal on the black market. They're raising funds, I swear, as a charity. And I loved this floral design because we are in summer here, and I just loved that some of it was sort of like 3D and textured and sparkly. And I loved the heavy base so that when the kids go to grab it, you know, rather than the little like light weighted plastic cups, they get knocked over easily, whereas this has got the heavier base. And I mean, they're $1, so it would be unfortunate if they got broken, but it's not going to be the end of the world. And I'm looking forward to maybe even serving some breakfast like parfaits in them. I might even make a sweet little Valentine's Day dessert and serve them in these glasses, because that would really stand out with a little floral pattern on them. I thought that might be a beautiful way to use these as well. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I do normally make a lot of food content, a lot of family friendly content. So if you are having fun hanging out with me so far today, please subscribe, and you can see how I will use these items to decorate my home and how I use them for my family to make the seasons memorable. Oh my god, Schmarlene, I've had it for 2 seconds. I'm about to knock them over and break them. Little egg cups that I got for Easter. Couldn't beat 50 cents each, and they felt so nice too. They weren't sort of like heavily made. They weren't fine china, but they did feel nice and light, and I thought that we could use that coming into Easter to have hard-boiled eggs, or even to just paint eggs and do crafty stuff with, because then I could just wash that off. I found this from Vinnie's. I'm planning on painting this and using it in my kitchen. So I learned a little trick on how to, you know, get that embossed sort of style to stay even though you paint it white. So subscribe and see what I do with this. I want to redecorate a little nook in my kitchen for a coffee nook. So it's $2, and I thought it would be really nice with some hydrangeas in the top. I'm going for maybe like a cottage, country, farm style kitchen. The ideas are coming together. Not so much Hampton, because I am in the country, but I do live by the beach. It's a bit 50-50. So this is what I left in the car, which I completely forgot. I was like, I thought I bought something else. And I got this beautiful picture. It was $15, and I figured that's how much you'd bloody pay for a frame if you weren't lucky. I love that it is an Australian landscape, but it's nice and green like where I'm from, whereas sort of back home closer to central Queensland, it is more like just the horizon where everything is just brown, different shades of brown, and all the trees are crunchy. But I was going to say author, the artist is Arthur Streeton, and it's got a date on there, 1919. So I was looking at doing the, you know, the Mod Podge, you know, oil painting little DIY with this, but it's been sort of sealed off like professionally and I'm not sure about opening it. I'm happy to paint the frame, but I'm just thinking about the inside of it, and then I thought, oh, if I open that up, is it going to like expose it to the elements? And you know, it's very humid where I'm from, being in North Queensland. It's tropical Queensland here, so you know, is it going to go moldy? Like, is it going to be alright if I open it up? Is there a reason why they sealed it properly in the first place? I'm second guessing myself. Anyway, we'll see how she goes. I've got some exciting projects coming up around my home. I'll be back in the kitchen soon enough, so if you normally are here to watch my food videos, I will be back very soon with some more family food and some more food content. So if that's more your vibe, please subscribe so you don't miss the latest. Thank you for watching and spending your precious time with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.